Welcome to our first week of Literature and the Environment. With this first week, we are going to be talking about a concept called sense of place. So the text that we have for this week focus on sense of place and will help us guide us to think about this topic. And so we are going to be reading Henry David Thoreau's Walden. So we're going to take one part of Walden, the chapter called Economy, although you are, of course, welcome to read as much of it as you want, but we're going to focus in on this one chapter and think about how Henry David Thoreau discusses sense of place. Secondly, we're going to read an academic paper. So David E. Grunwald's The Best of Both Worlds, A Critical Pedagogy of Place. And this piece of academic writing really situates a lot of our conversations as we think about why are we combining literature with the environment? What does it mean to do that? And why is it important? And David E. Grunwald makes an academic argument for the importance of that scholarly or intellectual exercise to put literature and environment in conversation with each other, and more broadly, to put schooling and environment in conversation with each other. Our final text for the week is Manic Mad's Sense of Place. And so this is much more obvious in that it discusses what sense of place is. And so it's up to you what order you want to read these texts in. If it's easiest to start with the YouTube video about sense of place and think about that with the next two pieces of writing, you can certainly do that. However, it may make more sense to start from the top and go all the way down to the YouTube video, simply because after you have read Walden and then the academic piece from Grunwald, thinking about sense of place will make more sense with those pieces of writing, and you can revisit those pieces of writing and think about them in new ways. So that is what we are going to be thinking about in this first week. And our goal is to really think about how we want to situate ourselves as writers, as readers, and then also people who live in a particular place. And what does that mean to think about our environment, our immediate environment, but also the environment of academic discourse, and how can we combine those seemingly disparate things, right? One is literal, it's in front of us, our environment, our room, our town, our country. And one is abstract, it's academic, it's discourse, and we're doing it online. So it is even more abstract in some cases. So we want to think about how to put those two ideas together, and that will give us the basis for the rest of the semester.